You're back with another video. This time we got top 10 most justifiable villains in anime. I don't know who this is, so I hope he's not, he's probably one of the unjustifiable ones because, like, I don't want to root for him. He's got a frog on his head. This is by AnyTube. Make sure y'all like their video, sub to their channel. We getting into it.
What makes the bad guy the bad guy? Sure, the idea of world extermination, massacre, and blah blah blah. But the bad guy isn't always driven by madness and insanity. He's in it for something that he values way more than himself, losing his own self in the process of attaining that reality. Anime has shown us so many of these villains. Villains who, if you saw things from their perspective, would give you that dose of reality that everything isn't what it seems. So let's get ready to side with the bad guys just this once. Number 10, Sato from Ajin.
Oh. Oh.
In an anime where CG brings
Loud-ass shotgun.
disturbing scarecrows to life, wrestling themselves to death, an old geezer is the last guy anyone would have their eyes on. But Sato is an oddball, for he's the one pulling the strings behind these Ajin incidents that have been happening all around Japan. At first glance, you'll think that he's just one of those guys who never grew up and wants to have that dose of fun every other minute or so.
He just cut off his
However,
own
seeing his own
arm.
kind being treated as mere guinea pigs in those experiments is going to make anyone stand up
So that
and
shit
put an
didn't
end to everything
flow
that
into
threatens
his
their
bloodstream.
own unique kind. This shotgun expert wouldn't bat an eye while bursting a hole or two if that's the cost of fulfilling his purpose. That purpose being Ajin being granted equal rights and not used as some experiment subject, abusing the power of resurrection to the very limit. Despite him being completely obnoxious at times with that pestering attitude, you can't help but get amazed every time.
I was about to say, this man one of the realest ones. He did a Kisame. He definitely pulled a Kisame right there. You ain't getting no intel, bro. You ain't not getting no intel. Bop. Like, oh, he a real one.
On the field. Number 9, Lord Genome from Gurren Lagann. Freedom, safety, and the mere privilege of staying alive comes at a hefty cost at times. Someone has to step up and take the bullet, even if it means being labeled as a face and name that go down as one people would damn for an eternity to come, being underground and all. Well, props to Simone and the gang for making others realize the truth. With the whole story of Gurren Lagann having so many twists, the Beastmen were next to nothing when we dive deeper into this Robo Galaxy universe, where emo boys and Planet Shurikens do the talking. Lord Genome was the bad guy, sure, but later on, learning about the whole purpose of why he did what he did, you can't help but view the guy as some kind of hero who was responsible for all those faces bringing us the anime in the first place.
Yeah.
The defeat sure made it clear that there's only one way that ensures survival, that being living all cooped up beneath the ground.
Yeah, he did it for protection, so yeah, it makes sense. I was not expecting to see Gurren Lagann on this. I forgot there was even a main villain.
Number 8, Makishima Shogo from Psycho-Pass.
Ooh, yeah. This is a pretty good show. If y'all haven't seen Psycho-Pass, go ahead and watch it. If you into like psychological stuff, like things that be like mysteries pretty much, like psychological mysteries. Who's doing this? All the, or like how are they doing this? Slowly getting revealed kind of stuff. It's pretty good.
Your own beliefs, heck, your own self is driven and molded by a computer system sure makes the universe sound one where there's just happily ever after over and over and over again, no? However, it wasn't long before Maverick stepped up and decided that change was supposed to come, since seeing the technology be the judge of life and death wasn't even right in the first place. Makishima Shogo, on the quest to take down the corrupt system and the Ryan authorities, would stop at nothing when it came to proving his point and doing what he thinks is the right thing. Plus, with the art of fooling the civil system itself, the guy's not only good for those shaving blade skills he learned at the barbershop. Okay, that's just blasphemy, but you get my point. Sure, his remorseless attitude and ruthless behavior would make you question his decisions all the more, but you might side with him when everything becomes crystal clear deep down the road.
Definitely. You definitely will.
Number 7, Garo from One Punch Man.
あんた強いのか。
なんだこの失礼なガキは。
Garo, the guy who brought up the question we all had in our heads ever since we were kids, making it clear that it wasn't us alone who thought that way. Just why is the bad guy always the one biting the dust? He's fighting for a cause and is giving his all as well. So why is the good guy always right and the bad guy always evil? Now, assuming the role of the hero hunter himself, Garo is just out for Hero Association blood, roaming the city just to find those hotshots who are in the business for the clout that comes with it. Being the student of Silverfang who went mad and insane, the guy brings his own version of the Fist of Flowing Water, Crushed Rock. The best part about the guy and the very reason for him being a fan favorite is how he's completely badass and brings such great fights to the screen that you can't help but cheer for the demon while he's exchanging blows with the saviors of society.
I mean, shit. Most of those heroes in My Hero are just awful. Not My Hero. One Punch are just awful. Heroes.
Number 6,
just to be
Miriam
heroes.
from Hunter x Hunter.
世が壊してやる。
I don't know.
そして与え
Is he
る
really justified?
平等とは言え
He
ぬま
wants
で
to
も
take over the
理
world,
不
bro.
尽な差のない世界を。
By
Sure,
force.
your own kin dying the moment you open your eyes isn't a good omen at all. Even more so if you're the one pulling the strings and making the penguin's head go off his shoulders. But seriously, why the Pingy though? Mariam would give the likes of Illumi and Hisoka a run for their money cause the ant guy was too drunk, him being the most superior and ultimate life form to ever exist. Having 3 guards by his side at all times, one could get the image of him being that pussy kid who can't handle his own ground. But he's a completely different case and would make you reiterate your opinion the moment the guy opens his mouth and lets those remorseless words do the talking. But with the blood of royalty in his veins and
He got a
him being
bug
hailed
helmet
as
on.
the ultimate life form to ever set foot on Earth,
And he's still cool.
it's no wonder his mind's a twisted one. One that wants to exterminate everything he considers bad in the world to protect the weak and ensure the survival of his own kind. Miriam was just a life form struggling between 2 sides. His more destructive ant side and his more understanding human side.
まあすぐに積んでやろう。
He was so
Number
cocky
5,
too, bro.
Stain from My Hero Academia.
Okay, yeah, this is the white thing, pretty much.
お前に言える人事。
Yeah, that was his
Now,
name
we can't
from
help
One
this
Punch,
and
the
not include the
2 entries
very
ago.
name who made us bring up this topic in the first place. Angry and frustrated over the current state of society where heroes use the purpose of the role for the prestige that comes with it, turning a blind eye to the ones in danger, forgetting the very weight the word holds, the impact it delivers. Stain bears resemblance to the hero hunter Garo himself, but the fact that he considers All Might as the only true hero and the greatest hero of all time shows that the guy gives the real people the credit they deserve. Fulfilling his purpose and goal of exterminating all the fakes out there wouldn't be a hard one for his quirk that comes up with that dose of paralysis making Lickitung all insecure in an instant. But true ideals inspire the guy, and if you're a true hero, he won't be coming for you.
I love Stain. He was real to his his stuff. His creed, his code, everything. He was a real one. He stuck by it to the end.
This one was a tough one, since the 2 Uchihas had to fight for this spot. But I'm kind of biased, so let's give the spot to the one who sacrificed it all for his brother, just to be killed by him later on. Being a prodigy is hard, even more so if you're the best that Anbu Corps has to offer. Carry out all those missions the best way possible. But in the middle of the toughest decision of his life, choosing between 2 different massacres with each coming up with its own different result, it was a little too much even for someone like Itachi Uchiha. But his love for his brother made him side with the village, and saving his brother outweighed the outcome the decision carried, that being eternal hatred from the very brother he sacrificed himself for. Even later, in an attempt to make his brother find salvation, he makes sure Sasuke is the one who kills him, making everyone mark him as the best villain to ever live, Sorry, Sasuke, but there won't be a next time. Number 3.
I don't ever understand how they always think this person who was disgustingly stronger than me when I was a kid, now that I'm grown up, I'm as strong as he was back then, tries to go fight and kill him. Like, bro, he's gotten stronger. Like, what, you think he sat on the couch the entire time waiting for you? Like, no. He's going to keep improving too. Don't just be like, I was where he was at before. They always do that.
It
always gets at me.
In an anime where the roles are reversed down the road, the high school genius pulling off some stunts was something we foresaw the moment he picked up that damn book. Sure, Yagami took the law, life, and death into his own hands, and everyone was at his mercy. Every day after school, it was just one hand busy with the potato chips and the other bringing the maestro of a serial killer to life, who makes sure the nerds and the bookworms don't feel left out at all. His methods and ideology
I don't know if y'all can hear
twisted, sure, but when it
the
comes to his
anticipation
goal of
Bleach music in the
exterminating
background.
all
That's what I'm
evil
dancing
that walks
to.
on planet Earth, he was doing the law's job at the very beginning of the show. But too much power blinds people, turns them mad and insane in the near future, because man is nothing but a helpless actor
choir
with the
coming
script
in.
written before the Big Bang itself.
39
There we go, more choirs.
僕の勝ちだ
Number 2, Sensui Shinobu from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I could not have been more
Death Note, like, bro, you fumbled the bag. It was a perfect ending, but like, you fumbled the bag right at the end. Right at the end. I know it wasn't his fault, but like, still, the bag was fumbled. He had it. He had it all cleaned the fuck up, and it was fumbled. Of course, again, it could not be his fault, but it was just regardless of the fact it was fumbled.
I discovered the humans I was sworn to protect were in truth the greater monsters. And if that were so, then I had to question everything I knew of the monsters I'd been fighting.
It was a shock when it was revealed that the guy was a spirit detective in the past, the best one at that as well. When it came to demons, Sentui's beliefs were as rigid as they got, making sure each and every one of them had a taste of his
Shouldn't have
skills
watched that
before
tape.
they bit the dust and bid their farewell. But some things are better left unseen, some voices better unheard, some encounters better left unattended to. Seeing humans themselves torture and derive pleasure from killing the very demons who he's been keeping them safe from, who's even the hunter and the hunted. Consumed by anger and hatred towards his very brethren, he just slaughters everyone at that place just to walk out of it all as a different person. One who wanted humans to pay for what they've done, that at the hands of the ones they had killed for the gist of it. But in the end, he wanted to die at the hands of a demon for what he and humanity have done against them for an eternity now. Number 1.
They should have put him down and been like, look, bro, you got to watch part 2 then. If you watch part 1 of the tape, you got to watch part 2. Part 2 going to show all of the worst things that demons have done to humans. So it's going to balance it out. He's going to be like, all right, I guess. He's probably going to just quit. He's not going to turn evil. He's probably just going to quit. He'd be like, you know what? This is y'all deal with it. I'm out. That's how I'd be, you know? Just sit him down and be like, look, bro. You saw some messed up stuff, but like, bro, the other side is like, wow, it'll knock your socks off.
Scar from Full Metal Alchemist. Blowing up every other alchemist's head while having a cross drawn on your face, rocking those shades like a complete badass makes you attract way more fans than haters. But being a
Scar's
victim
cool
of a
as
tragic
hell.
past with your very purpose and beliefs being shaped by the battlefield you saw not long ago sure makes you go after the heads of the very people who were responsible for the deaths of your people, your own family, your own homeland. After the Ishvalan Civil War, Scar lost everything. He had nothing but hatred for the very held alchemists who were responsible for the way things ended up as. He made hunting alchemists the last thing he ever did, making sure he blows up every other head while sending a message to the rest that he hasn't forgotten about anything and would serve justice himself, even if it meant ending up on everyone's hit list. We all can agree that in this case, his actions are completely justifiable and Envy sure got what he deserved.
We don't know what they...
Okay, yeah, that ended abruptly. I forgot. Well, this is next. So I will see y'all in the next part. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.